Hello, I am Shantika. I am a data analyst at Rise Higher Education, and today I am with Sugam Sharma, one of our alumni who is currently pursuing his master's in engineering management from San Jose State University. Right. So, Sugam, will you just give an introduction and help our students get to know you?
Okay. So I'm currently, as you rightly mentioned, I'm currently pursuing my master's. I'm a spring 22 admit in San Jose State University. I'm currently pursuing my master's in engineering management. Before that, I have a 3 years of experience in project management, and I had an MBA in construction management. My undergrad was in civil engineering, and I passed from my bachelor's in 2016, and from 2016 to 18 I was doing my MBA. Post that, I had experience in two various companies, as I said, like oil rooms, ICICI Bank, and Gammon India, and much more.
Okay, so you're a student with experiences.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so you're a student with experiences.
Yes, I am.
Okay, I just wanted to know why particularly San Jose State University or California? What was the checklist that you followed while finalizing this university?
So, as everyone know, like if you want to get a job in US, either you have to be in Bay Area or either you have to be in New York. So New York is known for like finance capital. So all the finance jobs, like if you want to be in a bank or data analyst or anything like that, you want to go to New York. But if you want to move to IT, then Bay Area is the place. So I wanted to move to IT from construction industry. So that is why I chose Bay Area. So I was very particular about choosing Bay Area.
How was the experience actually? What were you really nervous from changing your stream into IT sector?
Yes, I was very nervous because you have to spend like uh 40,000, $50,000, and you don't know if you will get a job, right? Because all the experience I have, like 3, 4 years, it was in construction industry. So I have to start from scratch, uh, and I have to again prove myself that okay, whatever experience I have, I'll erase that, I'll not remember that, and I'll start learning from scratch. So it is very hard for experienced person to get a job, because if you are a fresher, you can be molded in any manner. Like
Hmm.
if you don't have any prior experience, you will be trained to new set of things. But if you have like a preconceived experience, notions and experience, then it is very hard for you to get trained on something very different. And construction and IT are like poles apart. So yes, I'm very, very nervous.
Yes, well, it's very actually difficult, and I'm sure you did a great job in that.
Here, like I've seen a lot of people who has in my friend list who have made a change, a switch from some other industry to IT industry, and they were from San Jose State. So that is also a factor for me choosing San Jose State.
So, can you tell me about the courses you're studying and how is it like helping you in that course in your major?
Okay. So I was pretty sure that I wanted to take like something related to data. So also I don't wanted to focus only on one core. So suppose if I'm only taking only the electives of data course, that doesn't make sense, because then the company would hire the person who is doing masters from data analytics, right? Why would he hire masters in engineering management? So I wanted to have knowledge of each and everything. So I took a product management course. I took a data analytics course. I took a data mining course. I took a supply chain course. So I was like distributing myself into various domains so that I can apply to each and every job position. So I don't limit myself. Also, I don't want to. So a lot of people have this thought, like let's do only one specialization. Okay, if I have to take supply chain, let's do all the 4 or 5 electives in the supply chain domain. But why would company hire you as an engineering manager with supply chain expertise, and why wouldn't they hire masters in supply chain?
Right?
So that is why I kept my options open, and I took all the courses that I was interested in. So like I said, product management, data analytics, supply chain. I mean, it was very different coming from India. So kind of uh, kind of studies you are used to, right? You are used to like you'll study on the very last day of exam, right? That is the kind of mentality when you are in India. But when you are here, every day is your exam. Like it will be a surprise test, it will be a midterm, it will be an assignment. So you cannot take anything lightly because everything adds up to your final grade. So it's not like the final exam would be the main thing and you have to score like 90% into that. No, it's not that. The final exam would have been like only 20 or 30% of weightage. So you have to like study in each part. So the memorable thing is I was like, when I came to US, I was like, okay, I'll study later, I'll study later, I'll study later. Then I was like, no, this cannot be done.
That's a very smart decision that you make, and we should actually keep this in mind that we should keep our options open. And some people are different. Some people do not do that. So, can you share any memorable experiences or highlights from your studying in US, and what is your favorite part? This is a very cool and normal question.
Okay, so
That's a very difficult thing to adapt actually because we are Indians. We want to get things slow. That's not
yes.
possible.
And culture shock, like culture shock is also very different. You have
Yes,
to call your professor as professor or doctor. I mean, we are used to calling them sir, right?
sir,
Like,
right.
so it is also a very big culture shock.
Okay, yes, I was actually going to ask you some cultural shocks or what's different and specifically how US education, since you have been for a really long time now in US, how is US education different from Indian education system according to you?
So yeah, US education is more like it is self-paced. So in India, they always handhold you and they like take you to the finish line. They always say that, okay, this is the course I am teaching you, this will come in your exam. But here they expect, as a graduate student, as a master student, they expect you to know everything. They'll just give you the direction and you have to know everything. So for example, if I am talking about speed or velocity, you should know each and every theorem of it, and the professor will only teach, okay, speed is this, like speed definition is this, that's all. So that is a very difficult part, I would say, comparing like Indian and here education. I mean, it is very practical. All the projects you have to do and stuff, like it is way too practical, I would say here.
So you are saying that someone who is planning to go abroad for their master's specifically, they should know what they're doing. They should know
Yes,
what they're going to do, and they should be
yes.
very specific about everything. Should know their area.
Yes,
Okay.
I've seen people who get into masters and they have no idea of their domain or the subject they are taking. They're like, okay, we'll do it. We'll just, mug up all the things and we'll pass the exam. No, it is not the case. You have to like very practically know each and everything. So I've seen people who failed here, and I've seen people who like uh, are getting like it's very difficult for them to pass even one paper, one course. I've seen a lot of people there in my first semester who cannot go to the second semester like with all the subjects.
So let's go to the next question. I
So
want to know that is it very challenging to socialize and accommodate a whole new country? Like can you discuss any networking opportunities or connections that can be made or you made in the university or California itself?
I would say there are two parts of it. So if you are in California or New Jersey, there are like a lot of Indians. So in my university, there were like 80 to 90% of Indians. So it was not a big thing. Like I never felt like I was out of India.
Okay.
But there is other
Everybody
side
is
of
going there from
yeah,
India.
there is other side of it. Like you don't feel. I mean, you came here for diversity. You came here to talk to other people. You don't get that,
Yeah.
right? So you have to take an extra step and talk to other people. Like go go and talk to random people and network. Because if you are stuck in that like your region, maybe like Gujaratis, Punjabis, Delhi Heights. Don't
So
stuck to
there are
that.
also groups like
Yes,
these.
yes.
Okay.
So don't stuck to that region, or don't stuck to like we all are Desis and will be like maintaining a group.
Hmm.
Like that's very important to comfort you. Like obviously, I'm not denying that fact, but go above and beyond that. Like try for student universities election. Try for that. Why not? Like try for each and everything that is being offered, and don't limit yourself to a specific group of only Desis or only like your region. So.
Okay. And what was the best thing about the university that you liked?
I mean, I liked a lot of things about the university. Like they really take care of their students. I've never seen them say no to any of the requests. Like they are very accommodating. I never expected that. Like so, I got a job in middle of my course. Right, I only did 2 semesters and I got a job, and that too in a different city. So I was in San Jose, but I got a job in Los Angeles.
Oh,
But still they were so accommodating when I asked them like, can we do it online, is there a way? And they respond to you like, okay, let's find out a way. It's not like a very strict requirement like, okay, you have to do this, you have to do that. It's not very strict or very structured. They can be lenient to you. They can work for you if you want to work for them.
okay. That's
Yeah,
great actually.
they're very flexible.
As someone who is going for the first time, they obviously feel nervous about this. So if so does the university provide any career fairs or networking events during the studies, and how does these events contribute to the job search or internship prospects?
So yes, they do provide. I mean, I've been to a lot of career fairs. So basically, there are like a lot of career fairs and activities, but it is not like India that they'll come to hire you on the spot. It is not like that. Like they'll come and they'll take your interview. It is not always like that. So you have to make connections with them, you have to apply, and they don't say that they have vacancies or anything like that. It's not like Indian placement thing. You have to approach them, you have to carry your resume with you. They are not so the university never mandates you to go to any career fair. They'll just publish that there is a career fair. It's your responsibility, your wish to go there. So a lot of people, a lot of my friend never went to career fair. They were like, it's of no use. I mean, I don't want to doubt that, or I don't want to challenge it because they have their own opinion. For me, career fair was not that useful, to be very honest. Like I went to a lot of career fairs, but I didn't get an interview call. But I want to also say that whenever I went to career fair, I met a lot of people and made a lot of network. So still date, I have a lot of HR's number on my phone, which I, you know, call and get my resume reviewed. So there were like a career fair. I went there. There was no job for project management. They were all like ITs or anything like that. So I was like, what should I do? I went to the HRs and I take their number and I asked, like, can you just review my resume? I know you don't have job for me, but can you please review my resume? And they did. So it's like if you are meeting someone face to face, you find the connection and they'll be ready to help you if you ask for it. So that really helped me.
So they are very helpful in that this area, but you have to take the first step for
Yes,
this.
if you're not taking initiatives, like I have a lot of people in my college who are not taking initiatives, but they are not able to find the internships as well. So, I mean, it all depends on you. If you're a master student, you have to find a job, you have to study. No one is going to say, why are you absent in this class or anything like that. It's only up to you.
So, are these like opportunities different? Not these particularly, are any opportunity different for international and domestic students? How do they differ?
They are, they are like sponsorship requirements. So right now, the market is not that great in US. It is hoping to be better in few months. When the market is not that great, they ask you to provide your citizenship or green card status so that they don't have to sponsor you. So whenever a company sponsors you, they have to pay like five to ten thousand of dollars to get your H-1B status. Applying to H-1 status is like only for $10 or $200 now, but getting to the whole petition and stuff, it takes anywhere around 5 to 10,000. So if they want to spend it on you, you should be either like very brilliant in your work or very skilled, or otherwise they'll prefer the citizen or the who has the green card, who doesn't have to go through the whole immigration process.
So you're telling, is it difficult for an international student to
Yes. So if there
register?
are like, so if there are like 10 opportunities, maybe three or two will be only reserved for citizens. Maybe other three would be preferred for citizens, and the
Okay.
all the rest remaining would be like they don't care. Like if you are skilled, they don't care about your sponsorship status.
Okay, so if you're an international student, then you have to be skilled, you have to know your area, and
Yes,
you have to focus on what you are doing. All
yes.
right. So, are you in your last semester right now?
It will start in August.
Hmm.
I have completed my third semester. So I got a job after completing my second semester, a full-time job in a robotics company. So I'm currently working here. It has been 6 months. Just like last month, we had our final exam for the third semester, and there is a summer break of 2 months. And then a lot of people are doing internships in this time. And then in August, my final semester would resume.
What are the preparation that you should take for these internships or job affairs? Can you give us any tips?
So I guess you should apply like really soon. So when I was applying, I just completed my first semester and I started applying. I went to my career fair. I went to a lot of places and I never stopped applying, I would say. I applied to like 500,000 companies. So apply to each and every company and get yourself validated like each and every time. So I got my resume validated through the HRs. I got my resume validated through the professor, through my career center, through my friends. So I got it validated, and all the tips I incorporate, like not all the tips, but whatever you feel right. Like, okay,
Hmm.
this doesn't make sense. So you incorporate everything in your resume. So resume is your first step. Your resume should always be one page, not more than that. We always feel like there are a lot of things that we should add to it. No, they don't get time to read your resume. It should only be one page. Apply to lot of companies. Don't think that, oh, it doesn't make sense to apply to this company, or let me get a reference or something. Just apply to it. Like if you're getting reference like really soon, then okay, otherwise just apply. So when I applied to a lot of companies, and I took a referral only for Amazon, which I didn't get an interview for. But all the other in which I got interviewed for, I didn't took a reference, and it was a pleasant experience. Like I have interviewed for Microsoft, Tesla, Micron, Itron, Miso Robotics, in which I'm working currently. So there were like 13 to 14 companies I went to almost final round for.
Also, interviewing actually gives you a lot of exposure. So even if you're thinking like you shouldn't apply or you shouldn't go for this,
Yeah.
at least give apply and give some interviews. You'll know how this area
Yeah,
is
I
all
mean,
about.
yeah. So here, like accent is also very different, right? If you're
Mm.
like applying, and it doesn't matter, the job is not your preferred one, or the location is not your preferred one, but at least you get to interact with the HR. You try to understand how things work here. How does the screening round takes place, or are you able to understand the accent of people? So this helps you in a lot of things, maybe not a job, but a lot of things in feeling comfortable. Okay, I have given one interview now. The second interview, I'll be much more confident and comfortable.
Right. So can you just now tell us what your long-term goals are and what you're hoping to use your degree for?
As I said, so I'm currently working as a program manager in Miso Robotics. So I always hoped for working in a project management domain, because that is what I was having in my past experience. But I also wanted to move from construction domain to other domains. So I'm right now in robotics industry. So my long-term career goal would be to stick to robotics industry, but go more into AI and machine learning, because that is the new cool here. So I really want to go a deep dive into AI industry. But for now, like I'm very satisfied with the industry I'm currently working in. It is like really innovative. So the very first day I went to the lab, and there is a robot who is cooking French fries. I mean, I was like, what? I have never seen anything and imagined for working something like that. Like never
It's
could.
a whole different area over there, right?
Yeah, that's what.
Can you just give us an insight about what are the international opportunities that you are getting there and you're hoping to get for in your career?
International opportunities are like there are a lot of new technologies that we are using. There are a lot of new people. There are a lot of people from different countries you talk to. You know different cultures. Also, as I said, like technology is a very big factor. So whatever technology come here, it takes like 5 to 10 years to come to India. Right now, India is like growing at a very rapid pace and it is like catching up to that technology, but still like the AI chat GPT came here first, the Google, the Microsoft. So I really want to work into a company where we are the first one. So like chat GPT came, so I wanted to be in that kind of company where we do something like really um, mind blowing, like really path breaking. So that's it.
So you're saying that if you hadn't studied abroad, like in US, do you still think that you would be pursuing these international opportunities like this? Like how is studying in US impacted your career decision? Because a lot of students right now are still skeptical that they have decided they want to study in US, but they're still skeptical. Like, should we choose Indian universities or should we just go there?
I mean, for exposure, for sure, US. Like, I would be 100% sure, and I won't deny it. If you want to get an exposure, like if you want to be work in the top 10 companies of the world and do something new, you won't get a chance in India for that because companies are coming to India like Microsoft, Google, but there are like 1,000 people applying to that one position. Here, the dynamics is like very different. There are like so Microsoft hires like 1,000 people, and there are like only 10,000 people applying. So dynamics are like very different in India.
Yes, and international opportunities will be also different.
Yes, international opportunities will also be very different. I mean, if you are working with a lot of diverse crowd, if you
Mm.
want to come to India like after 5 to 6 years, you'll be always having that edge that okay, I know different cultures, I know new technologies, I know how people work. So you'll always get that edge when you return back to India if you want to.
So now, do you want to give any advice to the students who are considering pursuing their master's degree in US?
I would say you can come, like it is up to you to decide what do you want in your life. Because a lot of people have this in mind. Okay, if I spend like 30, 40 lakhs, would I get a guaranteed job? No, nothing is guaranteed. So this is the first thing that came in my mind as well. Like, would I get a job if I spend so much? No. If you want guarantee, go to a good IM or something, they'll guarantee you a good job. But here, it is not a guarantee. But if you work hard, you can get like to whatever height you want, like anything. Like sky is the limit then. If you and the college doesn't matter. So I when I gave interview to Microsoft, I reached till the final round, and there were people from Harvard, Stanford sitting like alongside me. I was like, okay, so the opportunities doesn't matter by your university; it matters by your skills and how you're able to crack the interview.
Okay. And basically, you're telling that students should not go for the money and jobs. They should go for their career to better their career, to improve their career. So, can you describe your whole studying in US journey in one word?
Amazing.
Of course, it's amazing. I think I am done with the questions. Anything you want to add, you can just add in.
I guess I've said everything. I just want to say, like, please do come if you want to explore something new and out of your comfort zone. I mean, if you want to come go to India, you can any day you can. But this like 5 to 6 years, if you stay in US, it will be a good decision of your life.
All right. Well, thank you, Sugam. It was a very effective and fun talk with you. I wish you achieve everything you want and you work for in your career. Thank you for joining us today and helping the students as well.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.